In today's video, I'm going to talk about 7 things we should consider getting rid of over 40. Hey, this is Netta. Welcome to my channel. My whole goal for this channel is to cheer you on in your style, to encourage you to look and feel your best every single day. You know that I say this all the time, but I really believe that style spills over into other areas of our life and just kind of makes our days more productive, more positive, more joyful, all of the things that we want, right? So today I want to talk about some of the little things that we hold on to in our closets that we might be better off letting go. So 7 items that every woman over 40 should kind of eliminate from her closet and her life. Really, these are meant to be kind of fun because we all have some of these items hiding in our closets, but my encouragement for you would be, if you're holding on to them, to do so for sentimental reasons, put them aside if you've got some of these items, and to not make them a regular part of your outfits, everyday outfits. Okay, so I can't wait to get started. The very first thing I want to talk about is free tees. So these are tees that were given to you by companies that have company logos and company slogans on them. Unless the company is really important to you, you work for the company, you own the company, it's really sentimental for some reason, there's no reason to hold on to all the freebie tees that we get at events, or we get at, baskets or whatever, like just all the random tees that we tend to acquire through life. I mean, if the focus of the tee is something sentimental to you, like it's your college, sports team or whatever. You can tell I don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about college sports, but like a college sports t-shirt, or your favorite team, your favorite brand of something maybe, but really be very selective about what you're wearing emblazoned across the front of your top, or on your shirt. If you support a specific political candidate, like I've done, supported local friends who've run for different offices, and I'll have their tees, but then I don't wear the tee again after that election is over, right? So just kind of be mindful of what you're putting on your shirt and how it looks when you walk around. So this is a kind of a funny example because it's a plumbing company, and of course we all need plumbing, but do you really need to wear a plumbing company tee just around town? So free tees, if you have an excessive collection of them and you're not just wearing them to weed the garden, then you might want to purge down to your favorite 1 or 2, right? Okay, the next category is novelty items. Now, I have a problem with this because I kind of like some novelty items. Like, I really like the fun Kate Spade or Betsey Johnson bags that are shaped like something cool. Like, my daughter has a Betsey Johnson bag that has an actual phone attached to it. And I do like some of the Kate Spade, like the shaped bags. Anya Hinmarch used to really do those, and Lulu Guinness would do them. And so if you've got like a really elevated and interesting and cool bag in a shape, and you wear it with a simple outfit, that can be a really cool style choice. But for the most part, novelty items are kind of kitschy, and kitschy is not exactly super stylish, especially after a certain age. So if you've got funky earrings that have like bacon and eggs on them, or animals on them, or holiday motifs on them, you may want to consider purging those from your wardrobe and going for something simpler and a little bit sleeker, a little bit more minimalist. Another obvious offender is the Christmas sweater, but you don't have to wait for Christmas to find an over-the-top novelty sweater. There are novelty sweaters with animals on them, with this one has, I think, crocodiles. It just, with kind of like crazy motifs and lots and lots and lots of stuff going on. They kind of remind me of something Beverly Goldberg would have worn back in the day. So if you've got novelty jewelry, novelty sweaters, clothes with a lot of different details like that hanging off of them, chances are they're not really that much in style anymore, and something that you can put in the sentimental bin if it's meaningful to you. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is something I actually own, and it's over-the-top shoes. these are just out of style right now. And what I'm talking about when I talk about over-the-top shoes is shoes with a ton of height, like they've got all the exaggerated details. These are my Betsy Johnson shoes that my mom got me years ago. I hold on to these because, first of all, my mom got them for me, but also because my daughters love to play dress up in these shoes. When they would come into my closet when they were little and they wanted to put on a pair of heels, of course, you would automatically go for the highest platform with the stiletto heel. That's got the lace-up detail in the back. That's got a crazy print. That's got the colors. That's got like all the details. These are over-the-top shoes. When I would try on my mom's shoes, I would try on a pair of 70s platforms that had like this orange suede at the top. I wish she still had those. They were amazing. And the platform sole was like a foot high. I mean, they were super, super high. I never saw my mom actually wear them. By the time I think I was paying attention to those shoes, she had graduated from them, but they were like my absolute favorites. So not only do these shoes have an extreme platform and a super high heel, this look is dated right now. It's really, you're not seeing that type of platform and style anymore, but they've also got a lot of other details going on. So I'm going to show you a couple more examples of this look. 10 years ago, Louboutin came out with those really, chunky shoes like that, and maybe even longer ago than that, maybe close to 15 years ago. And we saw those high-heeled stiletto platforms everywhere, and they're just not in style anymore. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples of these. So this kind with the ankle wrap detail, with the sparkle, and again, very high, chunky platform, high heel. This one that's got all the straps on the top, it's black and white. They're just over the top. If you're going to do a shoe with that silhouette, at the very least, make it very simple, like solid black. I do have a pair of BCBG kind of satin black ones that are very, very simple that I've worn with formal dresses, especially if I need a little height and you can't even really see the shoes underneath the gown. Something like that could work. But the combination of the heel and the platform and all the details is very, very over the top and definitely out of style. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is cutesy clothes. Okay, so a lot of times we're not paying attention to the fact that clothes for the under 20 and the over 80 seem to have some of the same very babyish details. And I don't understand, and obviously I'm joking about over 80, but at clothes for anybody, over the age of 50, a lot of times they start slapping on some of the same details that they did when you were a toddler. Like you've got the little Peter Pan collar and the sweet print and the babyish color, and all of those details together combine to make something really cutesy. So, this kind of look is best reserved for the really young. It really starts looking silly after a certain age. I have this very clear and tragic memory of going into a store in Chicago, downtown Chicago, trying on what I thought was such a me piece. It was so, so cute. And it was something I totally would have worn at 25. And I was probably 35, 40 when I was putting this on, probably 40, because it was post-kids. And it was a yellow linen scalloped romper. And just the combination of the yellow and the scallops and the shape and all of the details, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cutesy. And it just kind of looks silly on me. Like at some point, we want to up-level our style by making it more sophisticated and not by making it more babyish. The contrast between an outfit that looks very, very young and us at a more mature age is not a flattering one. Like nobody was fooled by the fact that I was wearing this yellow scallop linen romper that I was actually 19 years old. Like that. Nobody was buying that, right? So the really, really cutesy stuff is something that I recommend staying away from. I know some of these looks are a little bit over the top, but it's amazing how much of this is actually out there and how many times we're seeing these little Peter Pan collars or some of these other very sweet, very cute details on clothes that are marketed at adult women, right? Okay, so also in the same vein as the cutesy clothes are the tiny backpacks. These itty bitty 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 backpacks. They do not hold anything. They maybe hold your phone and your lipstick. I don't know what they're for. Tiny bags in general, like super, super tiny, are kind of comical and kind of, like I said, really cutesy, and kind of highlight the fact that you are not a kid anymore. So like, to me, that's something that we want to avoid pointing out, right? So tiny backpack just does not do a lot for our overall look or our overall style. Especially a tiny backpack in a cute little, color or pattern that has other very young details on it. I would say skip the microscopic backpack. Okay, this is kind of a pet peeve of mine. So it's the very thick acrylic nails. When I first started having my nails done for special occasions back in college, I'll never forget, a friend of mine in my sorority said, "Do you want to go get manicures together?" And I was like, "Ooh, you get manicures?" Like, I had never had, maybe once in high school did I get a professional manicure. She was used to just getting regular manicures, and that's kind of what started it all for me with the manicures and pedicures. And I realized how much I loved the look of having my nails done. But back then, this was the late 80s, early 90s, totally dating myself, it was the thick acrylic nails with the faux French manicure. That was the look. Everybody thought that was so natural looking. And oh my goodness, how natural looking is that faux French manicure and those thick acrylic nails, but they were at a sensible length because we had just come out of the 80s with the super, super long nails. And so those extreme squared off French manicured nails were considered very clean and crisp and contemporary back in 1990, right? Not anymore. It's how many years later? Math is not my 31 years ago. Oh my goodness, that was 31 years ago. Okay, so the thick acrylic nails that are squared off with the French manicure, but honestly, any thick acrylic nails, it's just not a good look. It doesn't look natural. There's so many more stylish options right now for nails than really thick, really chunky acrylics. They also look aging to me. I don't know what it is about them. Maybe they draw an excessive amount of interest to your nails or your hands, but they just look aging to me. So I'll just show you, if you can see my nails right now. This manicure is, it's a color called geranium, and it's just a simple neutral nail in a simple length that is kind of a squared off oval. So there's nothing exaggerated about them. They're just simple, they're sleek, they go with all of my outfits. They make my hands look polished and finished without drawing undue attention to just like my nails being like the center of everything, right? So thick, chunky acrylic nails, that is something that I think we should all say goodbye to. Hopefully forever, because there are so many better options. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is clothes that are too sexy, too body conscious. Not only is it not modest, but if modesty is not important to you, it's also just not stylish anymore or really flattering anymore. So bandage dresses have been out for a long time, and I'm still seeing them everywhere. I have an Hervé Leger bandage dress that was really fancy that I bought at a really fancy place, and I don't even wear that one, even though it's kind of an elegant length and it's an elegant subtle color. I don't wear that one because bandage dresses are just not happening in style. So bandage clothes, definitely something to stay away from at any length. I mean, it can even be longer. It just is not an elegant look right now. But definitely clothes where everything is hanging out. They're super skin tight. They've got cleavage. You're showing your legs. You're showing your chest. You're showing your, full shape with something super body conscious. Obviously, I don't have to tell you that something that laces up on the side like this is not really appropriate for, honestly, I don't think for anybody, but definitely not for anybody over 30. The key to wearing something that is really figure flattering and maybe a little bit sexy without being over the top or looking not classy or out of style is what Busby Style calls the one skin rule. So I love that she has named it, because it's something that will really help you kind of create balance when you're talking about how much skin to show. So if you're going to have a top that's got a little bit more cleavage, then cover your legs. If you're going to show your legs, cover your chest. Like showing just one, maybe you enjoy showing off your legs. Your legs are one of your, more flatter, favorite features of your body. Show off a little leg with a great pair of shorts, but then make sure that the shirt is buttoned up and not revealing too much skin, or vice versa. So really just showing skin on one part of your body and doing it strategically. Also, if you're showing skin a little bit, perhaps the outfit doesn't need to be as tight. Look for that balance, right? I'm not saying that you've got to wear a caftan. Now that you're 40, you have to wear a caftan and you can never look cute in clothes again. But it's all about finding that balance so that we can kind of highlight our the attributes of our bodies that we really like and that we're really proud of, and at the same time look stylish and have that balanced overall look. So I hope this was helpful. Again, some of this was a little bit tongue-in-cheek and fun. I know that we all have things hiding in our closets, and some of them are sentimental. So if they're sentimental, just take them out of your regular rotation, regular closet, so you're not tempted to grab an itty-bitty backpack or a pair of fish earrings the next time that you're getting dressed. Thank you so much, as always, for watching my videos. It means so much to me to have you guys here. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what's lurking in your closet that you might think that you might be needing to get rid of, what you thought of this video. I'd love hearing from you in the comments. Of course, don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell. I upload new videos every Tuesday and every Friday. I'll see you in the next video.